TV, ojú wa tó lé, ojú wa tó kó.
They're talking about change. That's the problem in Nigeria. Every leader that comes repeats exactly the same mistake. You start from day one by fighting your predecessors. You fight. Before you know it, 6 years gone. You have less than 2 years to go. Then in panic, you start doing crazier things, So that's what happens. I remember when Buhari was coming, what we suggested was that just come and face your work. Let the judiciary face whosoever they want to face. You concentrate on your work. Don't get involved. Just face your work. Don't witch hunt anybody. Treat everybody equally, whether they are APC or PDP. If I were the president of Nigeria, that's what I would do. The first thing is negotiate with them when they come. Negotiate, call everybody, show them evidence. This is what we have discovered. You stole X amount of money. Okay, are you willing to refund? Then you can leave some pittance for them. At least they too need to enjoy some life thereafter. That will first of all save you a lot of money from litigation. But in Nigeria, no, we have spent 6 years now. We have not prosecuted 1% of the people that we chased away from PDP in those days. 1% like this, we have not been able to prosecute them. So if they had listened to some of us, but they felt, then some people come and abuse you. You are defending corruption. Okay. So where has it led us now? In 6 years, they faced only one person or two persons. That's all. They will face them and turn them into demons. Okay, the money you said they stole, have you collected 1 kobo? No. Are you spending money in court? Yes. So people must think out of the box. We're too vindictive. Everything is gra. That military thing has not left our bodies. So it's a problem. It's a big problem. Someone needs, if we are able to conduct the next election successfully, we need someone who is very clear-headed. Very, very clear-headed and knows his onions and knows that there is no time to waste. 8 years is like yesterday. Can anybody believe that Buhari now has less than 2 years? So what are you going to achieve in the next less than 2 years? It's a big problem. Time flies. But when we talk, they say, they know everything. Okay, no problem. They will say, it's because we don't like Buhari. It's because they didn't make you this. It's because they didn't make you that. And people just think everybody in Nigeria is about government. Who wants to be in government and be suffering and be a slave? Most people in government, they may steal some money, but what can they do with it? Most of the people I knew who were in government in the past, if you see them today, you can't recognize them. They've become shadows of themselves. They become like ghosts. Then you ask yourself, so what happened to all that power? Where has it gone to? Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. I agree with you. They don't think long term, they think short term. It's like life begins and ends with power. We shall continue to do our own. But government must know how to handle these things. It's not enough to just go on the pages of newspapers and be, scandalizing people without trial. Go and try them if you can. Set up a special unit, to fast track some of these things. By the time you spend 8 years and you have not even been able to convict just one person, you will say somebody stole 10 billion. And then Nigeria is borrowing 2 billion. It doesn't make any sense. So why don't you find a way to collect, if you have evidence and it's not propaganda, so why don't you then try and collect part of that money and let the person go? You have saved yourself a lot of headache. A lot of countries have done it. They call it plea bargain. You come, you bargain. And then it's on record that you've been able to prove that the person stole. But by the time you waste 8 years, another government will come and set the person free. Does it make sense? You have not collected your money. You have not convicted the person. Nothing has happened. You have just wasted the resources of government pursuing, all these cases. Yeah, I agree with you, Kazim. The masses, what they want to hear is that somebody is coming to kill their enemies. And it doesn't work that way in a democracy. There is no leader. What people want Buhari to do, he cannot do it. He can't accomplish it. Because it's not a military regime. It's a civilian regime. And he cannot govern alone. He has to use the legislature. He has to use the judiciary. There is nothing he can do about it. You know? Oh, Nigerians have been waking up. We just talk about waking up. We do nothing about it. The same thing will happen next election. Same thing will happen next election. Same thing will happen. I don't know who we offended. You know, it's a big problem. You know, may God help us. May God help us. The big question is, am I different from them? Of course, I'm different from them. You won't know since I'm not in power. You cannot know. Whatever I say is either you believe it or you don't believe it. I've had extensive exposure. I've had interactions with leaders, with presidents, you know, from across Africa. And I know they don't have two heads. Leadership is not about politics. Leadership is about managing people and resources. Those who are managing us, what have they managed in their private capacity? Ask them to show proof of what they have managed in their private capacity. There is a Yoruba saying, the person who is going to offer you clothing, you first of all look at what he's wearing. If the person is wearing rags, so where will he get the clothes to give you? That is the irony of our leadership problem in Nigeria. The people we are calling to come and help us know nothing to start with. They've never managed anything in their life. They never managed people or resources. You know, they failed in whatever they have managed, whether in government or out of government. And yet we are giving them, somebody who said it, I don't have 1 million naira. Then you come and give him 2 trillion to manage. The man will run mental. He can't be normal. It's just, that's the truth of life. That's the reality. A man has never seen 1 million in his life. Suddenly, that's what happens. You see a lot of local government chairmen, the way they go on spending spree, the first thing they do is they are going to do a retreat in Dubai. They are going to do a retreat because those are places they've never been to in their lives. It becomes very important to them. I can't be the president of Nigeria now and say traveling to everywhere in the world is my priority, when in my private capacity I've done over 60 countries on 5 continents. What are we talking about? But you see, they disrespect us. A lot of you disrespect us because we have never been in government. Donald Trump was never in government. Yet he became the president of America. Do I belong to any political party? Yes, I belong to National Conscience Party. But the lesson I learned from my election in 2011 is that if I have to do it again ever, I will have to move to a bigger party, APC or PDP, as they are today. I don't know if they will change tomorrow or there will be realignments, but nobody, I'm convinced about that, none of us can win any election. I've told them on election, I've told everybody, can win any election without being in a big party. It's not possible. No matter how popular, no matter how strong-hearted you are, no matter how strong your views, no matter how patriotic you are, if you don't have the structures, you cannot win an election. That's the truth. Can I read from Mr. Bakari? I don't know what you mean. I don't understand that one. So that's the truth. You know, oh, I've learned a lot of lessons. If ever I will contest, I will definitely have to be in one of the big parties. And you have to go and fight it out there. I've told Kingsley Moghalu, I've told Fela Dutoye, I've told, you know, Tope Fasho, I've told, you cannot be in your own party and then say you are going to run a country. No, it's not possible. You need the platforms. You need other people. You need a lot of people. You need saints and sinners. Some people will say, oh, both APC and Kenya are bad people. Oh, whether you like it or not, you are going to rule over or govern over the bad people. There is nothing you can do about that. You are not going to kill all the sinners in Nigeria. If you kill them, you would have killed 90% of our population. So how are you going to do it? And election is a game of number. Taliban did what? What did Taliban do? Taliban carried their guns. So you want to kill people? What are you talking? So you will prefer a Taliban option in Nigeria? Is that what you are planning, or what you prefer? They carried weapons for 20 years. Is that what you want? So people just think, when I see the way people also talk about war in Nigeria, people think it's a tea party. War is not a tea party. And every war ends up on the negotiation table. So why have you wasted your time killing human beings when you knew you were still going to come down and talk? Nobody wants war. That's why one of the most reasonable things that Nnamdi Kanu said, and I will hold him on to it forever, is that we need a referendum. He didn't say they should go and kill people. It's people now in government, pro-government, who are trying to, twist everything as if he wants to fight a war, he wants to kill people. No. But we've had people even in government who said people should defend themselves. That's self-defense. It's different from war. Self-defense is that if somebody comes to your house to rape your wife or to rape your daughter, whatever you can do, if you can kill that person, kill him. That's self-defense. That's not war. There's a difference. So, thank you. War can never be a solution to any problem. People say, war. So, okay, lead it. If that's what you want, then lead it. Go in front. Bring your children to come and fight the war. Not that, like our leaders would do, you start a war, then you run away with your own family. No. You've asked me what makes me different, and I've answered you. I've managed people and resources in my life. I have a global perspective of governance. And I have sufficient experience because I've interacted with people who have done it. And I can say that it's about managing people. No leader knows everything. When Buhari came, if he allowed the Oshibajos and the brilliant guys in his government to do everything the way they should have done it, you will see that whenever Buhari was not around, Oshibaju was able to manage everybody, whether they are PDP or APC. No division, no Christian, no Muslim, no nothing. Everything runs smoothly. That's all you need. It's not rocket science. I can tell you for free that Osinbajo has been able to manage the country a few times that he has acted as president. It's not difficult. And Nigerians are not difficult. Manage their resources prudently. Don't allow any cabal to come and bamboozle anybody. That's all. I'm telling you, I don't expect Buhari to know everything, especially about economic, So, but Nigeria is blessed with some of the most brilliant human beings on earth. Number two, don't ever discriminate against any part of Nigeria. If I were Buhari, I would bring the Igbo closer because they are the Japanese, the Chinese, the South Koreans of Nigeria. God gave them the natural brain. You can see all those kids that we see on Instagram every day, manufacturing aeroplanes, manufacturing cars, small boys, 13-year-old. Brilliant people, and they are wasting away in Nigeria. You bring them together, you will see that there is nothing. This vaccine, Pfizer, go on Google and go and check those who designed that vaccine for America. One of them is an Igbo man. So when we're playing football, we don't mind if Igbo people score goals. But when it comes to serious business, then we discriminate against them. We're not serious. We're not serious. We're not serious. Any leader who cannot unite Nigeria, just forget it. What Nigeria needs today, urgently, is unity. Because without unity, we're going nowhere. Everything is about war. Everything is about fight. Then some people want to move at their own pace. Why can't we go back to regionalism and let each region develop at their own pace? If the people of Kano decide that they are not in a hurry, I remember even before Nigeria got independence, when they said some parts of Nigeria said, oh, they were not ready, Nigeria is not ready for independence. Some people said they were ready. The Awolowos were ready from day one. They already had their free education. They had everything. The first radio, the first university, the first everything. That's why the Western region became what it was. first television, first radio. They were first in everything because they were ready. So if Kano decides that, okay, we don't want to participate in Olympic Games, so be it. If they say we don't want our women to come out on the street, so be it. But don't say that every other state must do what other states are doing. That is the problem of Nigeria. We slow everybody else down. There was a time when they said they would, if I think that is still on anyway, I don't know, in JAM, they would say some people in Lagos should score 300 out of 400 and someone else should score 100 out of 400. You don't need it because education is a universal phenomenon. It's either you know it or you don't know it. So if you think some kids are not catching up, all you need to do is to set up special schools for them and provide special needs, special skills for them. What about people of Bayelsa? Yeah, what about them? So please, when you ask these questions, please try and explain it, further so that I can understand what you are trying to ask and I will answer. So it's a problem. So if you allow someone who got 300 out of 400 to go to the university, and you also allow someone who got 100, you have not done that person any favor. Because one day he's just going to struggle through school, they are going to manage him through school, and then when he graduates, then he will now work in the same office with somebody who scored 300, so there will be problems. Or you now promote the person who does not know much above the person. That's why that's what people are calling for restructuring. People are calling for restructuring because of all these issues. Why do we complicate our lives when God has made life very easy for us? Then it's not everybody that must go to university. If I'm the president, by now I would have invested billions of vocational studies, especially in the southeast and southwest, south and south, where people love to be artisans, bricklayers, carpenters, plumbers, and so on and so forth. Why do you go to school to go and read psychology if you're not going to find a job? Why do you go to school to read sciences if you're not going to be a scientist? Why do you go? I know so many people today who read medicine. They're not practicing medicine. Some people read law. They've never been to court. So why not, create opportunities for them in other areas? We actually need someone like you and Oshibajo too, and perhaps Ambode and Peter. They're all good. They're all good guys. They've been able to show what they are capable of doing, So, but most people, more than 80-90% of the names I'm seeing is just because, I've been governor before, I've been senator before, I've been this before, I've been that before. That's the problem of Nigeria. We are not ready to try, those who have never been in government. Fresh ideas, fresh people, but people who are global citizens. Anywhere they go in the world, they are already known. Anywhere they go in the world, they know who to talk to. There's no way I'll be in government and people will waste money the way they are wasting it now. They will waste too much money because they know the leader does not know much, so people will exploit that. You can't tell me now, I'm going to the United Nations, you tell me that the presidential suite you are going to stay will cost government $50,000 a night and I will pay. No. I've been living in the best hotels in my private capacity. I know what it costs. I've been flying first class, business class for many, many years. Several decades. I know how much it costs. So nobody can come and try to hoodwink me into wasting government money. So this is the problem. If you don't know, people are going to make sure they exploit you because they know you have no idea. Nobody will come to me now and say a building in Nigeria, a government building, is going to cost $2 billion when I know that the tallest building in Dubai costs only $1.5 billion. But if you don't know, you will accept it. When I hear the cost of some contracts in Nigeria, oh my God, I want to faint.
Araba TV, ojú wa tó lé, ojú wa tó kó.